Es ist sowohl eine Entdeckung, es ist meiner Ansicht nach vermutlich auch die Bestätigung des Standardmodells und es ist auch gleichzeitig vermutlich etwas anderes, denn es kann auch den Weg über das Standardmodell hinaus aufzeigen, je nach den Eigenschaften dieses Teilchens. Das heißt, wir könnten heute auch an der Schwelle zu einem völlig neuen Verständnis der Natur stehen und das ist das, was mich persönlich auch wirklich antreibt.
So on my T-shirt there are 4 lines. So the top line describes the fundamental forces, and that has been confirmed by many previous experiments. The second line describes how those fundamental forces act on the fundamental particles, how photons interact with electrons, for example. That's also been confirmed in many, many experiments. The 2 bottom lines, that's where the Higgs boson comes in. So phi, that represents the Higgs field, that represents the Higgs boson. We may start getting some hint that there is at least something written on those 2 bottom lines. But whether what's written on those 2 bottom lines is the same as on the T-shirt, that'll probably take months, if not years, to really decipher.
It's really very exciting. So this is one of is cornerstone of all the standard model.
Ce qu'on attend, c'est l'inconnu. C'est qu'on voit des choses qui ne sont pas forcément prévues par la théorie.
If the Higgs is discovered, it will be a great triumph for the standard model as it is written down. If the Higgs is not discovered, I think it is practically certain that there is something else in nature which is equally interesting and maybe even more interesting that will create the symmetry breaking required by the standard model. And why do I say it's required? Because the standard model is so good.
I think that the mechanism which so many people proposed, Peter Higgs among many others, that mechanism I think must be responsible for the generation of masses.
We seem to be very close to perhaps discovering the Higgs boson.
I think I wouldn't spend over 20 years of my life if I wouldn't believe that there is a Higgs there and that I'm going to be one of the people signing the paper of the discovery of the Higgs boson. So that's my answer. There is a Higgs and we'll find it.
30, 40 years that I'm speculating about the Higgs mechanism. Where could the Higgs be hidden? Will it be a simplest Higgs like in the standard model or a more complicated version like in supersymmetric models?
Die Experimente haben ein neues Teilchen gefunden in der Suche nach dem Higgs-Boson. Dieses neue Teilchen sieht sehr stark nach dem bekannten Higgs-Boson aus. Ob es das nun wirklich ist oder ob es eine mehr exotische Art des Higgs-Bosons ist, das wissen wir noch nicht. Es sind die ersten Ergebnisse. Wir brauchen noch Zeit.